Yo, what is up, everyone? Back here with another video. In today's video, we're going to be breaking down Regulation F, doing a tier list again. I think it's pretty relevant for us to be able to do a tier list again now because it's been about a month, I think, probably actually a little bit more, since me and Justin had previously done the tier list. A lot has changed over the past couple of months, or I guess month and 5 days. So I'm looking forward to actually being able to break it down. But here, I'm actually not joined by Justin today. I'm actually joined by Kian. So Kian, obviously you guys might know from previous videos on the channel where we featured some of his Zacian teams and he was on call. But Kian's actually starting up a YouTube channel, so you should check that out. That'll be down in the description as well. But what's up, Kian?
What's up, Joe? Thanks for having me on. I'm really excited to go over the Reg F Mons. As you said, like a lot of the changes have happened within just the month we've had it back. So we see how everything stacks up now.
Yeah, and put Raging Bolt in the meta-defining tier as usual. That's usually how
Good
it goes.
stuff.
Yep. But we're just gonna start out. We're just gonna really just rip it. To be honest, some Mons, I mean, we're gonna maybe talk a little bit about their niche, but some of them are just gonna straight up be thrown in GC cheese, right? But we did actually take the liberty of sorting all the poopy Mons out of the way first, right? So, all right, Venusaur. Venusaur is a chlorophyll Mon. It has sleep powder. The main issue with it is that it straight up just gets outsped by Booster Flutter, and Booster Flutter typically runs Taunt. So that kind of already is a really bad use case for it. But the main thing that it has is a sludge bomb coverage, weather ball coverage, right? Like earth power. There's some stuff it can do, but it's not like anything amazing. I mean, I don't know if you have any other thoughts, Kian, but I just think that goes in GC
Yeah, no,
cheese.
it's definitely some GC cheese. Not as good as some other chlorophyll Mons.
Yeah, Golden Go. Okay, so Golden Go's like now actually a decent Pokemon. I'd say it's also really funny because we have like Gen 1 and then we just have Golden Go here.
Yeah, Dingo's here.
Yeah, Golden Go is like a really, I think it's a solid Pokemon, but it's not near as impactful as like Regulation H. Basically, the main problem with it is that you're going to be pressured by stuff like Specs Flutter, Ogerpon Hearthflame, even Urshifu outputs a lot of damage into it. Incineroar is on like every team that can knock. Now, actually, a lot of Rillabooms run high horsepower as well. It can't really break through Calm Mind Raging Bolt as effectively unless you have like Dazzling Gleam. So I feel like it kind of just lands itself, in my opinion, into the solid tier. I don't know how you feel about it, Kian, but that's kind of where I'm thinking it goes.
I definitely think it's solid. We'll have to sort the rankings, but I think it's like high solid. It's kind of like made a comeback with specs on some sets. It had like decent results in like the past Reg F formats on balanced teams. So yeah, I think solid's definitely the right spot. It's just a bit awkward pre and post Terra to some the meta defining mons.
Yeah, I think it's a Pokemon that like definitely probably gets hurt a little bit more by the changes in this meta than like helped. It's still like good, but it definitely has like some issues. I'd say if we take the Charizard, I mean Charizard's probably GC cheese. I mean even then, to be honest, it's straight up outclasses Chi-Yu, so I'm just gonna make the decision throw it in poo poo
Yeah,
tier.
you
Uh,
know.
yeah, Blastoise, like I mean I guess you get Shell Smash, but like
Shell Smash is the only water spout mon that you have access to in the game. So I guess yeah, GC
yeah.
cheese is fine.
Raichu is definitely GC cheese. To answer the answer from the last video,
The answer from the
Thunderous,
last
it's
video.
the
The
answer to
hard
the
counter
answer.
to the answer.
Yeah. And then we have Clefable here. I mean, Clefable has like the unaware niche of like follow me. We'll probably resort these tiers a little bit, but I mean, it has the niche of being able to just be that unaware redirector. But frankly, there are better options. Like even Clefairy is probably better in this format, I'd say. And it didn't really have much play actually in Regulation H2. So to be honest, it probably isn't very relevant, right? So.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think Clefairy had like some small result at EYC from Arash, but besides that, it had like nothing else.
Yep. And then we got Ninetales regular. The only reason why I have it in like GC Cheese because it's like one of the only two drought setters, and you could run a random set on it, like Hypnosis or like Overheated Jetpack, something maybe that can be a bit weird. But yeah. Alola Ninetales is probably the first Mon that's I'd say it's definitely niche. Like I think it only works on specifically one team, or like I guess a certain type of team, which is snow, right?
Yeah, definitely,
So
definitely at the top of niche. It fulfills its niche very well in setting the snow for the one team it does. So yeah, I
yeah,
definitely agree.
it's like the only viable snow setter basically. GC Cheese. To be honest, I'm kind of down to just throw Persian into the depths. I'm also
It
kind
just
of
gets
like I'm
outclassed.
I'm also
Yeah,
super down to throw Clefable down there as well. I don't like
Clefable definitely
Clefable.
down there as well.
Yeah. Arcanine, bro, I'm gonna be honest too, like this thing is so outclassed by like instant and opposing Arcanine. It was worth talking about for like 2 seconds, but I think it's
For
just
two
like
seconds,
worse.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so Muck is legitimately like best
This
of
is
one
the
cheese.
ultimate GC cheese.
Yeah, this
Ultimate
is
GC cheese with Smeargle.
yeah, it's very best of one cheese. You're basically exploiting the fact it's closed team sheet. You can use moody stuff, right? You can randomly stall out time, but if you have open team sheet, it's way weaker. So that's why it's really only used in like the GC. Hisuian Arcanine's solid, I'd say. I think well, actually, I guess you could make an argument
I
it's high
think it's
impact.
high impact, like low high impact now. I think before it was like in
Yeah.
the middle of solid, but recently like it's honestly taken off like really well.
Yeah, it's just the best partner for booster flutter with Icy Wind and like Thunderwave with Rock Slide, right? Just because Icy Wind Rock Slide pins really well, Icy Wind Flare Blitz pins really well, and then you have Thunderwave Rock Slide, which is really good, right? So I think
Yeah, and
that's
then you
a
have
big part of it.
the big boosts with head smash, and you have E speed for the priority to get around some stuff. It's very obnoxious in the right spots.
Yeah, we'll probably actually see a lot of it because I think it actually kind of had. I guess it was surprising at the time where, like in VR, you're expecting Raging Bolt Balance to be the dominant team, but Booster Flutter plus like Hisuian Arcanine just really took off as one of the best like combinations, right? So it is a really good alternative fire type to Incineroar, which I think makes it really strong. So I think that's kind of the cool part of it. So, but yeah, Monkey Dory, yo, this thing is terrible, bro. I don't
It's
know how this
terrible. It's
it's snuck
terrible.
on, bro. It's snuck on the list. Okidogi, I want to say it's niche. The main reasoning
It's
why
definitely
is
niche.
yeah, like you get upper hand. If you run like a weird Terra, it can be really annoying for some teams. Guard Dog isn't a terrible ability. It also like hits a lot of Pokemon as well that are like going to be not appreciating like its coverage on like balance specifically, right?
Yeah, it definitely
So
has that
yeah,
one AV set where you just slap it on with Drain Punch, Gunk Shot, knock off upper hand, and then you just hope it
doesn't work.
plays well into the matchups that you hit. Yeah.
Yeah. Sinistcha, it's niche for sure. It works on the gouging fire teams. I mean, it has Rocky Helmet, which is really good for Urshifu stuff, especially if you Terra Water next to Ting. I think the main issue with it is that like it only really fits on those kind of compositions. Doesn't really fit anywhere else, I think.
Yeah, I think
But
the
yeah.
problem is there's just so many other grass types that you want in the format. You know, like there's all the Ogerpon forms, Amoonguss and Rillaboom, and like in Reg H, you could argue that like argue it over other grass types, but with the Ogerpon now, like it's just really hard to argue to run it on your team other than the other ones.
Yeah, Leaves is trash,
It's
so we're
tear
just gonna dump
trash.
it. Yeah. Walking Wake I think is like niche
I think
or
it's niche. This
solid.
is definitely niche.
Yeah.
I don't think it's solid just because you have to run it on a
On
Sun team,
Sun,
and
yeah, you
that's
have to
like
run on
that's
Sun.
about it.
I
Yeah.
guess I guess too the other part of it too that you could say is like Ninetales itself is important for Snow existing, but Walking Wake isn't required. I mean, it kind of I guess it kind of is required on a Sun team, but it's like not the thing setting the Sun, right? So it
Yeah, it's
probably fits
also
in
not one of the
niche.
main threats. Like when you think about Sun, you think of like Torkoal and then like definitely Fluttermane as well as like the main abuser for Sun,
Yeah.
and like Walking Wake's just kind of there.
Yeah, I will say if you're playing balance though, and they leave the Cover Cloak Walking Wake into you with Helping Hand Torkoal, that's like hella annoying
Yeah,
actually.
it's definitely
Yeah, it's
an
actually hella
issue.
annoying. Okay, so actually, I was gonna put Iron Valiant down in like poo poo caca tier, but the thing is that like it actually cut VR, and I did play versus it, and it's like kind of annoying with as a coaching mon with booster. So I think especially too because right now flutters are running bulkier. It can get away with its speed tier with booster energy if you run it near max speed, and it's actually kind of a decent Dragonite partner as well. I feel like because it gets like coaching, right?
I don't know if it's niche though. I definitely think it's definitely like warranted to be here, but I think it's like teetering between niche and GC cheese. Like I think feel like it's better in the
Mhm.
GC since it can just run so many sets.
That's
But yeah,
true.
it's
Yeah.
only really good because the flutters are just running super bulky. And if they start trending faster again, then Valiant I feel like just becomes kind of useless because you get shut down by Moonblast and Taunt at that point.
Yeah, kind of terrible. I mean, I think like yeah, you probably have to put it in like the niche range. I think
It's
it's
bottom of
actually
niche.
yeah, bottom of niche. I think like you could also like justify a GC cheese. I guess like too
For
once we
sure.
like have it more fleshed out, we can also figure that out.
Mm.
Roaring Moon is solid. I don't really think it's better than solid. Because you can run Dragon Dance on it. The Tailwind versions are kind of bad in my opinion, but the Dragon Dance version's really good, and it won one of the first Regulation F
The
tournaments.
huge online one, yeah.
Yeah, so I feel like it has to be solid. I think it
I
like
really
has
like
use
the
cases.
Tailwind one, especially since like the same reason for Valiant. A lot of the flutters are just going super bulky that now you can pop the Tailwind before the Fluttermaids even get a chance to move. So I mean, it does its role just fine. I think it's like good at the in solid for right now.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Do you think it's better or worse than Golden Go? I think Golden Go is probably better.
I think Golden Go's better right now. Golden
Yeah,
Go just has more sets, to be honest, and more use
yeah.
cases.
Chi. So I know I featured this in one of the most
Overrated.
overrated. I know, overrated. But I will say I still think it's solid. I don't think it's like, because actually me and Justin had put it in like, we had put it really high up actually. We put it, I think, in like the second highest tier. I don't think it's as good now. I still think it's good, but I think it's probably in the solid. I would say it's probably the top of solid though, in my opinion. Like I think
I
it is
agree. I
like
agree.
the epitome of like the best solid Pokemon you could have. Like it is still
I think
good.
kind of like the same reason I said for Sinistra. You're just fighting for that like fire typing on the team, and like why run Chi when you can run like now Hark, Instant, or Fire Pond, and it's
Yeah.
just like a lot to ask.
Yeah, it's a lot of competition for sure. Ting
Yeah.
Lu is also probably in the solid tier. Like, I think it works specifically with gouging stuff. So, like, you could argue it might be niche, but I think it's inherently a stronger Pokemon than, like, Ninetales, Wake, Okidogi, right? Like, I would probably put it a little bit lower than some of these guys, but I
I
think
think
that,
it's around
like,
the Roaring Moon
yeah,
territory for sure.
yeah, I'd probably put it above Roaring Moon just because I think it's like, you know, like I think it just like defines an entire archetype, right? I guess
The
Roaring
two
Moon
sets
does too.
operate so differently though. Like you
Yeah.
have the which makes it hard because you have like the Rocky Helmet super bulky ones that
Hmm.
span Sand Tomb and Ruination and Taunt, and then you have like the Clam Terrablast one. So like it's definitely hard to match up in 100% of the time.
Yeah, Chien-Pao, high impact for sure. I think it's
I definitely agree it's high
good,
impact. It's kind of fallen off a bit. I think like last Reg F, it was definitely like low
better.
end of meta defining,
Yeah,
but there's so much stuff right now that is just like really annoying for Qian Pao to
it's
like
just
fully do
bold.
what it wants to
It's like
do.
bold flutter. It's really just bold flutter, and then on top of that too, it's like Harkonine, being on a lot of teams, right? Like it's actually pretty
Yeah.
oppressive,
And
right?
then you can play like a bunch of awkward mind games with like follow me's. You can't really hit the sucker punches, like thunderclaps and like the CMs. They can kind of get you that way and just heal back up to full.
Yeah, I mean they started running Ice Shard now, which I think is an interesting adaptation. So that's something to look at, I guess, like going
For
forward.
sure.
But yeah, Wochizzy, I like Wochin a lot, but I actually don't even think he's cheese. Like I don't know how you use this guy. I
This
guess
is
like
definitely GC cheese. Like you just sit
yeah,
there, you click leech seed, and then you hope your opponent just like doesn't have a matchup into you.
yeah. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Ninetales low-key fraud. I'm getting this thing out of here. I don't like that. I also don't like Blastoise either.
Blastoise, big man
Venusaur's going
Blastoise.
too as well. I just I can't like I can't be lying
Everyone.
to my
Oh
viewers like
wow.
that. I can't be lying to my viewers like that. They're all getting sent to the Shadow Realm. Um, I
Raichu you could keep, I feel like.
yeah,
Raichu,
yeah. He's the answer
he's
to the
cool.
answer, bro. He's the answer to the
Yeah.
answer. We have Electabuzz here. I think Electabuzz is like probably GC cheese. I mean, you could make an argument he's niche, but like,
Oh hell no. I would definitely keep this in like low GC cheese. I don't really see
yeah,
the use case for it when there's like so many other follow me mons, mainly Ogerpon, that like you would
yeah.
just rather run.
I don't disagree. Crown's an interesting one. I think Crown is solid. The main reason why I think it's specifically solid. So I think there's a couple things to consider. So first off, like there's a couple Crown sets that I think are good. You have the Terrablast Water set, which is just a standard one with Psy Spam, but right now there's
Mhm.
like Speed Booster, Calm Mind, Crown kind of running around on top of Ladder, and I think that Speed Booster, Calm Mind, Crown is actually very interesting.
I think it's
Um,
really good. I was gonna say
yeah,
that like I think the speed booster one, a lot of people just expect it to be like
special attack,
the
yeah.
special attack booster, and they have their line set up, and then you come in with the speed booster, and you can kind of like cheese out like some Scarf Urshifus and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly. And like even though you're running Calm Mind, so you're dropping Terra Blast, if you're running like Landorus and like another Pokemon like Wellspring or Urshifu, right? It should be fine. So I think like in general, actually, it's a very interesting application of Crown. I'd probably put Crown honestly because I think it's so intrinsic to the size spam, like how it works, and the fact it's
Hmm.
doing really well right now. I think it deserves a place over Golden Go, and maybe over. You could even make an argument for high impact because I guess you need a Crown size
I
spam
don't know.
answer.
It like fluctuates in the meta. I feel like because we saw at the beginning of Reg F last time do really well, and then like it fell off a cliff, and then it picked up like right at the very end of Reg F.
Yeah.
So you have to see if like it continues to have this streak. I think it's good right now just because it's like a very like popular and intriguing team for people
Mhm.
who are like coming back to the format to pick up and use. But
Agreed.
definitely want to see like how it performs when the regionals come back.
Yep. Then next up, I just skipped past our sorting
Too
tier.
far.
Oh, Pheasantipity?
This is
Hell
this is
no.
definitely a mon that you can put down.
Weezing's a GC Cheesemon for sure. I think.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess like, what's the argument for regular Weezing over like Galarian Weezing? I guess like you lose the fairy
If you don't
typing,
want the
but
fairy typing,
but is there any reason you wouldn't want the fairy typing in this format though? I feel like fairy
there's
is
not
like,
really that many common steel types, so I mean,
yeah,
like, not really.
yeah. I feel like you'd probably want Galarian. I mean, we could leave it for now and then just figure it out.
Yeah.
Executor is like kind of GC cheese, but again, like it's a chlorophyll one that doesn't even
It's
outspeed
just too
Flutter.
slow. It's not
Yeah,
even
it
you're
just
not
doesn't
using
outspeed
flutter. You
Flutter.
can't sleep powder it.
Iron Boulder is like actual cheese. This thing's actual. I
Yeah.
mean, it actually did well in an online tournament as well, like a best of three tournament. So I guess you could make the argument it's niche, but it's
It's
kind of
bottom of
poopy.
niche or like top of GC cheese.
I guess the fact it did well in best of three puts it in bottom of niche, but like
I think
like
it's just because most people don't
yeah,
know like how fast it is, and they don't know like how much damage it's doing,
bro.
and that's
And
what catches people off
I
guard.
swear people also forget about its like signature move that breaks through protect because like
Yeah,
sometimes I be forgetting
definitely.
that too. You know, I'm just like, oh yeah, like whatever, and I just protect. I'm like, wait a
I
second, I
protect and
can't do
then you get
that.
hit by the mighty cleave.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, Raging
Easy.
Bolt.
This is easy.
I
Meta
mean,
defining.
yeah, I
This is the
mean, you
mall.
just you can't have Regulation F without the king, right? And this is the
Yeah.
king. I mean, Calm Mind, Assault Vest. You could even run a Booster Energy 3
The super
attacks, Life
fast
Orb.
life orb as well.
Yeah,
I've seen Magnet starting to make like a small return because they don't want to run certain items.
yeah. This mon's broken, bro. This thing's like so
It's
good,
just it's
bro.
just stats are just so insane that you
So
can run
good.
like max HP or max special attack, max speed, and then still live like insane hits.
Yeah. Gouging Fire. Okay, so Gouging Fire, I think in the first go of Regulation F had a lot better. Well, it was different. It was a completely different Pokemon intrinsically. Like, I think the way you would use it is you'd use it with King Gambit, like, Ogerpon Wellspring, those kind of Pokemon. But now it's kind of taken its own form where it's really used mostly on these Ting Lu teams for the most part. You don't really see the Gambit applications of it as much, right? So for that reason, I'd probably say because it's kind of locked into one team, it definitely has gotten a bit worse. I'd say it's like definitely
It's solid.
solid. It's solid. I'd say it's probably around the crown area because you can literally build an archetype around it. But I
There's
definitely
a
think
there's a
it's not
couple
like
solid
yeah,
gouging teams. They all look the same. They swap around like one or two pieces at the end, but it's normally like Pow, gouging, Tinglu, D Knight, and then like you just choose whichever two mons you want as the last two.
yeah. Archaludon's niche. You can use it on Rain. It's kind of like the Walking Wake situation. You could
That
just
one
use it.
rain
Yeah.
team, it's like the only rain team of the format where it's like Pelly Arch, Ursh, Pow, Amu, Flutter.
Yeah, yeah. Ogrepon, Teal Mask niche as well, I think. It exists. Like you can use it with Covert Cloak Calm Mind. Or not Covert Cloak Calm Mind, Covert Cloak Taunt, right? You can run Superpower, you can run Stomping as well,
It's
right?
just okay.
Yeah, that's fine. I'd probably say it's like I
I
don't know.
think it's above Valiant. It's like around
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Sinistra tier.
Dragonite's solid. I think it's towards the
It's taken a step back, to be honest.
well, I'm thinking the reason why I'm thinking it's solid is because you can slap Dragonite on more teams than you could slap like the niche mons on, right?
That's definitely true. That's definitely true. Like Dragonite, I think only has like the choice band and dice set. Like as Regf went on, they kind of lost that AV on the gouging teams that it once had.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I think
yeah,
that's like reasonable. I don't know how Moltres snuck on here. That thing's gone.
that's horrible.
Him on top. Sorry, buddy.
Yeah, to get that
Um,
off as well.
okay, Rockpon.
Cornerstone.
Rockpon's niche, I think, as well.
I would put it at like near the top of niche. So, like I think if you run it with like the right sets, like that some people were doing, where you either go like super bulky or you run enough bulk to take like the Terra Water Surging Strikes. I think it actually can be like decently good because like Rock is it's a really interesting type right now. There's not really like that many resists I think to Rock. So if you get it in the
Yeah.
right positions, it's super nice.
Yeah, it could be good, especially with Hark being everywhere. You have
Yeah.
Incin, right? And its grass coverage is good too. Yeah, I think like I would probably. The only problem is I feel like it's really awkward to fit it somewhere. I'd probably put it actually like I probably have a different opinion of where I'd put it. I'd actually probably put it below Arch or Cine because I feel like it's kind of unclear where you'd use it, right? Like you don't
That's
really have
fair.
like
That's fair.
there's not a definitive place where it's been found yet. So because of that, it feels like very tough to like put it over. Like these are more experimental mons. You could even argue Valiant could be higher because it actually had a placement, right?
Has potential. Yeah.
Right, but I think it's like fine. Um,
Normal Zapdos I think shouldn't be on here.
Yeah, I mean, it used to be good in the past. It's just the problem is Raging Bolt outclasses the electric type.
Yeah, it's
Breloom,
just yeah,
Breloom's kind of
Breloom.
GC cheese, but like, just use something better, to be honest.
Yeah,
Okay, G-Zap is niche because it only
that's
works on like
niche.
one
It's the
team.
one singular team, the one singular gouging team.
Yeah, it probably goes down to like below Cine. That actually feels
Right
very
where Cine
appropriate.
is on the exact
Yeah.
same team. Yeah.
Yeah, it feels very appropriate for it. Articuno is niche as well, although I would say as a niche Pokemon in general, I think it's actually next to Ninetales because that like combination of Pokemon is so freaking obnoxious that like it has to be
Very
there.
impressive. The
Yeah.
spread I see a lot of people running is like super slow, and I feel like if you made like the Ninetales Icy Wind and you made your Arnacudo faster,
Faster,
like it would
yeah.
be a lot better. But normally people I think are just running the one that Tio won with.
Yeah. Galarian Articuno is kind of like non-existent, so we're just gonna dump that. Uh I don't know how Tauros made it on
Same thing with
here.
Tauros.
Ditto's like, nah, I'm not
I
moved.
just don't think it's not really worth running. It's only good in like the restricted
Yeah,
formats, to be honest.
yeah, when you can copy a restricted, because the power level is like a lot higher. Gyarados is Raging Bolt's everywhere, so I think you just kind of lose out on it. Murkrow's definitely GC cheese. This thing
GC
has like a
cheese.
billion prankster moves that you could use that are really
Yeah,
obnoxious.
it's like only really worth running instead of the other tier one setters because of Quash and like some niche prankster moves that it gets.
Yeah, I'd say Porygon 2 probably makes it into solid. It's like good and it enables P2 Ursa specifically, but P2
It's like
Ursa is
has
not the
those
most
two
popular.
teams where it's like the P2 balance that I think like did well with the
Hmm.
like the Roaring Moon at EYC, and then yeah, it has the P2 Ursa, but besides that, like it's not really on any other team.
Yeah, I think it's like it's still good. It's just like I think it's probably near the top of solid actually because it is on a lot of like really good archetypes, right?
That's true.
I think it can sneak onto the bottom of high impact
No
because
way is high impact.
I don't
I don't
know,
think so. I don't
bro.
think so.
Okay, but for example, like let's say you're sitting down in team preview and you see a Porygon 2 Ursa Luna team, like you have to respect it, right? Like that's kind of what
It's
I'm thinking.
threatening, but like I think the team is popular enough where like realistically, if you're going to an event,
You
you
should
should
prep
have your
for it.
lines
Yes, you should
down,
prep for it. Yeah.
and like and you shouldn't be surprised. Like I think if we were talking about this like before EYC, I think it was like a good surprise pick, but now it's just like it's just solid. It has a place in the meta, but it's not like has high impact
Yeah.
as I think like some of the mons to come are.
It's probably better than Crown because it's a bit more consistent, I
That's true.
think.
That's true.
Right? Yeah. I think Chi-Yu being the top makes sense because Chi-Yu is like a lot of untapped potential right now, I think, as well, right? So, oh, I just went too far.
Torkoal's the next one.
Torkoal's, it's probably solid. It's probably bottom of solid because it's hard trick room, eruption stuff. It's heat rock niche on the Sun teams, right? So you have
Yeah,
like a
that's about
couple
all it
different ways you can
does.
use it. I mean, it is all it does, but it's like the only mon that like works on Sun,
Set
basically.
sun in the entire
Yeah.
format. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like it's kind of like it is too important, and it's not like
It's
us.
obnoxious to
It's not
play
like
against as
snow, right?
well.
It's not like snow. There's so many like derivatives of Torkoal you
Mm,
can use. I guess I'm scrolling so far. T-Tar is niche, I think,
definitely
because
niche.
it like I actually don't think it's that bad. I just think it's like hard
It's
to
hard to build
find it.
around because
Yeah,
the sand chip really is annoying for a lot of the mons in the format.
yeah. I think it could be good. I also have a hot take on Excadrill when we get to it. I'm gonna put it on the bottom of niche,
Okay,
but
okay. I'm interested to see the hot take then.
yeah, Smeargle. Oh, Smeargle's solid
Smeargle,
for sure. I think it could even.
solid.
You could even argue it's high impact because
It-
if you see a
It's definitely a
Smeargle,
threat. It's definitely a threat.
yeah, if you see a Smeargle in a game, like if it's hard trick room, first off, it's really freaking obnoxious. But also too, if it's
Seen
you
it on
know,
Tailwind teams a lot
Tailwind, yeah,
recently.
exactly, decorate stuff. Like I think you could argue it's high impact for sure. Like it does
Yeah.
control the pacing of games, right? It makes a big
If you get
impact.
unlucky with sleep turns or like the bleak wind drops don't go your way, you can definitely spiral out of the game really quickly.
Yep. I'm just putting all the mons here that don't belong. Jumpluff, it has my heart. I'm putting it in GC cheese. That's
GC cheese.
it's in GC cheese. Fur it is also GC
Or
cheese.
GC
I'm
cheese.
gonna be honest, bro. This mon's terrible though. I'm not losing
So you
this
can
mon,
get
bro.
bullied here.
I'm not losing this mon. GC cheese Polytoad is
Polytoad.
fair.
I guess you could perish if you really want to put on your Wolf Glick cosplay, but besides that, like I don't really know
Yeah,
what you're doing with
it's
it.
a wolf click cosplay. Azumarill's terrible, bro.
It's
This
terrible.
one gone.
Just use it for
Latios is also
Shibu.
worse than Latios.
No, I think it's people were using it at the beginning of Reg F last time. I forgot what the
Bro, you
explicit
remember that
reasoning
team was
was.
so bad. You remember that team was so
It was
bad
good for
though.
like a solid week. People pulled up with Portland and then kind of just got like
Bro, it
spacked
got
once the
bodied in
meta
Port.
opened up. Yeah,
I
that's true. That
remember
team's horrible.
I remember I played in Portland and I was like, damn, I really like I prepped for that team specifically. I'm like, damn, I really hope people are playing this because this team is so free.
No one
It's so
had it. Yeah,
bad.
I did the exact same thing.
Yeah, and I just played it like twice and I was like, oh, this is like actually just buy rounds for me. You know, it's like so bad. Like, because Latias does
Yeah,
nothing, bro. It does no
it was
damage.
Latios and then it was Reggie Steele and they just kind of did nothing and tried to stall you out of the game.
Yeah. Amoonguss, I think, is high impact. If you have Amoonguss in a game, it's really gonna. I would say it's more high impact than Smeargle just because it's more consistent across the
You
board.
definitely have to be aware in the team builder. If you're not building your team properly, like you can easily have a bad Amoonguss matchup. I definitely think it's high impact.
Yeah, I think Latios is like GC
This
cheese,
this is GC cheese slash niche. I think like
fast
no one really
Dracos,
builds around
psychic
it,
moves
but
for
it definitely
Ursh.
has potential because you're levitate and like if you go Terra Steel, technically you couldn't wall out Lando entirely, and like dragon typing's never bad to have in the format.
It gets Ice Beam as well. I guess like the
Yeah,
main problem is just Flutter for it.
I mean like the one set that I think you would run is similar to the one that did well in Reg G, where it's like Tailwind and then like double
Soul
attack
Do.
protect.
Or-
Yeah.
yeah. Whimsicott's yeah, it's not really solid. I think Torn completely
It's somewhere
outclasses it.
niche. Like the only niche that you have is that you can click Encore and like some other prankster moves that Torn doesn't get, and like your typing is technically different, which might help you out.
It's probably like top of niche or like bottom
Yeah,
of solid. Like I think it's pretty obnoxious with what it does, but it's not as obnoxious nowadays because Torn is just better in a lot of scenarios, right?
it's definitely
Um,
meta reliant on if it's going to be good or not, like it
yeah,
was in Reg G, and then we used it in Reg H because we didn't have Torn.
yeah. Okay, so then next up is okay. Listen, bro.
I need to hear the hot take, Joe.
I think Sand is a legitimate archetype in this format. Now, will I ever find a way to make it work? I don't really think so. But do I think that it can legitimately do well? Because I think Exca is like the best Raging Bolt killer in the format, in my opinion. The problem with
What set
it,
are you even running with it then?
bro, is like Sash, Stellar, High Horsepower, and Ironhead, right?
No way. You get fake out cycled and intimidate cycled. I think this mon honestly just. I would say it just shouldn't be on here. Like, there's a reason why no one uses it. It's because there's so many other better ground users in the format, and I guess like weather isn't too common, but like you can't even click the double rock slide cheese like you could in Sword and Shield and just hope that they got like double flinched by T-Tar Nexka. So I don't really know.
Listen, I believe in Excadrill. I believe
If
in
you
you,
want to keep it in
Excadrill.
niche so it's on the tier list, I'm definitely down for that.
I
But
I believe in Excadrill. Someone do
I'll have
well
to
with
see it to believe
Excadrill.
it. I'll have
Someone
to
do
see it
well
to
with
believe it.
Excadrill. Gastrodon,
This is GC cheese. It's
yeah,
debatable to be on the
it's pretty
list. It's
cheesy.
only good because Urshifu is so good.
Yeah, yeah, I'd say that's fair. By the way, I'm dropping the answer to the answer down. I'm also dropping
Okay,
Weezing down.
okay.
I'm also dropping Electabuzz down. I feel like that's reasonable. Because I'm just ordering it in terms of like order of like what I'd like to have if I were cheesing a
What I'd
tournament.
rather use if I was trying to cheese the GC, yeah.
Yes, exactly. Metagross, I cheesy cheese. It
GG
explodes.
cheese,
It
it's
explodes, bro.
okay.
It explodes. It literally has
Yeah.
explosion. Yeah. Garchomp, it's
I just feel
kind
like you should
of
be using this mod in this format. Like, it just shouldn't be.
yeah, but it feels so bad to put this mon in. Like I feel like it could be GC cheese, maybe. I mean, not really though.
What moveset are you even running? Because Scale Shot, like you rather use Dragonite anyways, and then like
EQ is kind of
you can't
bad.
really use EQ because Rilla's everywhere in the format, and there's just no reason to use it. I think instead of like Elandris at that point, if you really want
Maybe
ground.
I feel like because of how good of a mon it is, I cannot drop it
It
like
has 600 base stat, sure. If you
like it
want, you can
has to
keep
it
it in.
has to be
Yeah,
cheese, bro. There has to be some
it's
kind of way you could
cheese.
cheese a game. A crocus cheese. It's a crocus absolutely
Yeah,
cheese because you can wall out Shifu with its typing, which
dry
is pretty
skin,
funny. Yeah. Milotic is also cheese for sure.
kind of.
Salamence is
It has
kind.
Intimidate. It's like you can
We'll
use
just
it
throw
if
it
you
down
really
there.
wanted to, but yeah, throw it
Yeah.
off.
This is definitely GC cheese. Klops
Just
is
as a
annoying.
cheese.
Oh, Sableye is super annoying. I
Sableye
think
more
Sableye is like,
cheese.
I think Sableye is the
The
epitome of like
prankster mons
GC
are always
cheese.
top because you never know what they
Yeah.
have, and you're always scared that they'll have like the one thing that you lose to.
Yeah, I think like honestly, like it's just all the like really gimmicky mons with obnoxious like text that you always put like at the top of like the GC cheese tier, right? I think even Wheezing technically fits there, right? Okay, Hisuian
See,
Lilligant, it's niche, but it's good for sure. It's
I
I
definitely agree. I mean, like you're only gonna see it on the Sun teams. You'll never see it on anything else. But like, it's another mon where you can just kind of get put in the no matchup zone, and if they hit their powders, then there's not really much you can do.
yeah, I almost want to say it's like low key the top of niche because like Lilligant Torkoal is really annoying actually in any format you play.
I'd
It's
agree. Yeah, you
super
have to always
obnoxious.
be aware, like the mind games of after you eruption, or they're just gonna click like sleep powder protect.
I think I'm dropping Cop below Articuno and Ninetales by the way because I think like low key Snow is better than
That's
Cop.
fair. Yeah,
Right.
Snow's a really good archetype. I think off meta.
Yeah. Bro, Chesnaught is low
This
key
is
of
GCPs.
no, it's niche, bro. I played this in EUIC, bro.
Belly drum?
Bro, yeah, the Belly Drum Glide Set, Drain Punch, bro. I'm a believer that like there's gonna be some random guy who brings this to like some tournament because people forgot all about it, bro. With the stupid bulletproof like Terra Fire set with Belly Drum, bro, and just ruin someone's day. They're gonna hit like a random gouging
Yeah,
fire player. They're gonna hit a random gouging fire player with no Landorus, and they're just gonna get fried, bro. Like
I can
it,
see that.
it is
Yeah.
so obnoxious. Like it's actually a very. I actually genuinely think with Belly Drum Grassy Glide, I actually think it's around the GZAP range. Like it's very obnoxious to deal with, actually. And it had a stretch after EUIC where it was actually played at a couple tournaments. I know Ashton used it. I think Mora made day two with it at EUIC, right? So it's like it's actually been around before. It's pretty
I
much in
can
the same
respect it. I
area.
can respect Chestnut. It's not bad. It has that one
Yeah.
set.
Oh, Landorus is pretty
This
good,
is
man.
easily meta defining, I feel like.
Yeah, you can't like it's the best ground type in the format. Ground poison coverage is amazing. It's on a ton of good teams. It's actually both on Raging Bolt Balance and on the Hisuian Arcanine teams,
Yeah, and you
right?
can people are starting to run Sanseer again, which is really
Obnoxious and
good.
strong. Yeah, it's very
Yeah.
good. Reuniclus is definitely GC cheese. I think it's
I
just
don't even think it should be on here. This is just
yeah.
like what is it? What is it doing?
Expanding force with magic guard life orb. I guess
Yeah, I guess Gothitelle I think
GC
is
cheese.
GC Cheese. That's another Wolf Glick cosplay.
Blaziken's GC
And more
cheese.
GC Cheese. I think this is niche.
I think I actually think
I think it's underrated.
yeah, I think it's underrated for sure. The problem is you can only really use it with Hizui and Ursaluna, but I think it's so good at what it does that it actually genuinely can be solid, right?
Mm.
Because like Crest Ursa is really oppressive to play versus, in my opinion. It's like very annoying. Um, I think you can make the argument for sure to drop it in niche because it only works on that archetype. But I think Crest as a mon is inherently like more well-rounded than a lot of the lower
Yeah,
picks.
super bulky. I mean, since Lando is so good in the format, like Levitate's obviously a great
To be
ability.
honest, it kind of makes me want to put Caught up here just because intrinsically as mons, they're both like more well-rounded and can do more, right?
Can do
Like,
more than yeah, because all the niche mons, I think like they're niche because they can only do the one singular thing that
mhm,
they're there to do.
yeah, yeah. So I think Con and Crest can go up into solid. Um, oh, Latias is hiding down there. GC cheese for sure on
GC,
Illumies, yeah.
GCs. This is a niche mon.
Yeah, it's pretty niche. I'd say like I think it's probably above Arch, maybe below.
I'd say it's around that range. I've used
Uh,
Etran
it
before.
got top four. It got top four at VR, right?
Yeah,
So it's okay. I think actually, if you put it next to Snow, it's with its buddies that did well with, so we could just do that. Um, Gallade is niche.
Blade
It's hard
niche.
trick room.
It's only on the hard trick room
Yeah, hard
teams,
trick
and it's not
room.
even on the good ones anymore. I think it's only on like the super linear ones at that point.
Could probably put it like above Chesnaught, right? I think that's
Yeah,
reasonable. Oh, Mamo's GC cheese, dude.
GC
Actually,
cheese.
ground, yo, Oblivious. I played a. I remember I was playing a
Ground
random Victory
ice.
Road. I was playing a Victory Road or a Limitless tournament. I forgot which one it was. And the guy randomly had like Mamoswine with Oblivious, obviously, and Sash plus like a Scarf like Thunder Asterion, and like I just couldn't hit any of his mon like or like I couldn't like properly switch into anything because you have the electric coverage, then you have a mon that can Terra Fairy and be completely immune to like you know what I mean, like the
Raging
Raging Bolt
Bull,
stuff, and
yeah.
then you also have Mamo with like the ground and ice
Non-magic.
coverage, and I was just sitting there, I'm like, damn, this like actually low key kind of annoying, you know? So I don't know. I put my respect on Mamoswine. Actually, the joke of my
It is a
streams
world
used to
champion.
be my joke at my streams used to be is that I could never beat Mamoswine because in Sword and Shield, I would always queue into random Mamoswine players and get like 4 and 0 every single time. Like every team I built was just weakened to Dynamax Mamoswine for like no reason. So I have respect for this mon even now. Okay, Instant is meta
Instant
defining. I mean,
meta fighting insta. I honestly would put it. I don't know.
below
I feel like
Bolt.
it's low bolt.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's not the king of this format.
Yeah, because Bolt is on a ton of things, right? And I think because you can have a Bolt team without Ensign, but you can't have an Ensign team without Bolt a lot of the time. I guess you could actually.
You
That's a
could
lie.
if you wanted to, but like I just think like Instant has to fight for its role as like the fire type on a lot of teams now, just because like a Hark has gone up and like Fire Pawn and
Hmm.
Gouging are around.
Yeah, yeah, I'd agree with that. You think? I think it's above Lando though. I think that's
Easily,
reasonable.
easily,
It's
yeah,
on so
yeah,
many
yeah.
teams.
He's
Yeah,
a
Talon is cheese.
Talon. That's GC cheese. Klefki, I think, is
Cheese.
also there. It's like a prankster mod. Pelly, I think,
Pelly's
is niche.
niche.
It's on the one rain team.
Yeah, yeah. It's like the only good rain setter is like the main thing. I think like actually,
I put it next to Arch just because.
I feel like Kira's better because like yeah.
Mhm.
Um. Oh, the answer, bro. Hey,
The
listen.
answer.
Hey, listen. The answer, bro. No, I'm just
That's
playing, bro.
fine.
I think solid is fine.
I think Solid is really good. It's underrated, definitely for sure.
Yeah, I think like probably just above Cot because besides Kinugawa winning that like smaller invitational, it hasn't really had that many placements. I do think that Covert Cloak T Wave Eerie Impulse in this format is like super obnoxious, especially with the Fluttermane being the de facto like fast mon to do those things, so you can outspeed those because you're prankster and just thunderwave them. It's pretty good, right? So.
T Wave can never be bad.
Yep. Torn is high impact for sure. I think it's the top of high
I think
impact.
it's the highest of high impact.
Yeah,
If you don't
yeah.
have your Torners matchup somehow, then you'll easily get ran over.
Yep, yep. I would agree with that for sure. Terrakian's definitely GC cheese.
GG cheese.
Just
Volk. I think it had like a few decent results last time around. Like this
I
is
think it's
definitely like a
niche.
niche
I
mon.
think QD Volk could actually be like QD Terra Fairy
It could be
Volk
okay. It could
could
be
be
okay.
okay. Yeah, with like Wellspring or something maybe. You
I
know.
think you'd have to run like grassy seed that way you don't get instantly ran over by certain mons, but
Yeah, I'd
it's
probably
not the
agree with
worst.
you on that. I don't know how he snuck on.
I think you can put this off. Comfy, I think is GC cheese or just shouldn't be included.
Oranguru is cheesy cheese. This thing
GC
is really
cheese. Yep.
cheese.
This is like
Yeah, it's
GC cheese.
bro. It's just like yeah, you just play against a random Blursa team with this, and you have to take like 2 hyper voice. You're like, damn it, bro. Like this just sucks.
The double
Um,
blood moon.
yeah. Hisuian Typhlosion is gone. I don't know
I
about
think Prem is
Prima.
also just shouldn't be on. I don't know. I just
Yeah,
uh
Bronzong's cheese. It has random
Bronzong.
text. It has
You
random
could
text.
cheese something. You could cheese something. Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking's terrible, bro. Like this thing is actually awful.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I played one in a VR and it just like didn't do anything. It just sat there and just ate like 3 surging strikes in a row.
I low-key think Thunderous Daring is scary, bro. I want to put this in niche. I
Neat?
think no, I actually genuinely think on the right team, this thing's actually hella scary to deal with. Like if it's with the right mon, like pinning you properly, it's actually really annoying because you can't thunderclap it, right? It pressures Urshifu. If you're running like the right techs on it too, it's just like super annoying. Like if you have the right set for the right team, right? Like I think it's I guess you could maybe argue it's probably down like here. Obviously, it's not like the best, but I
I could
actually
definitely see its potential for sure. Volt Absorb, like the fact that you heal off of it is also really nice.
yeah, I low-key also the more I'm looking at this, I really want to drop Latios to cheese.
That's fine.
Yeah. Um, I guess you could argue Thunder, but like after I played it in best of 3, I have a little bit more respect for it because I was like, okay, this thing's actually pretty annoying. So Hisuian Gudra's it's like
Udra,
it's niche.
this is
You
a
could
cheeser
build a team
mon. This is
around it.
a cheeser mon in GC.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Because if you know the set, also Landorus is everywhere now, right?
Yeah,
So
not the
Malamar's cheese
best.
for sure. This thing's super
Trick Room
cheesy.
cheese.
Prankster
This is cheese.
cheese.
Any prankster mon is gonna be cheese.
Entei's gotten worse. It's gotten way worse, actually, in my opinion. Because now Hark is the de facto like icy
I
win
think
mon.
it's niche. You can do some stuff with it still.
It's probably worse
It's definitely not as
than
good as what it
it's
was.
probably worse than
Was
GZAP right now because it doesn't really have any
I'd agree.
teams.
I agree.
Viv is like GC cheese. Raiku's terrible.
It's
Mimikyu is cheese for sure. This thing can do a bunch of
yeah,
random
instant trick
things.
room.
Bruxish is super cheese. I think because you have the what's the ability called?
The
Dazzling?
dazzling, I think
Dazzling,
it's
yeah.
called. Yeah,
Oh,
anti-cryo.
Wellspring. Okay, so Wellspring we had it on high impact. I think you like it is very close to being meta defining because it is the best alternative like actually yeah, it's the best alternative water type in the format. Like it literally enables so many kinds of teams, right?
I
Like
think I don't know. It's good because Urshifu Rapid is just that
that's
good. You know what
true.
I
That's
mean? Like
true. Yeah, that's true.
if it didn't have Water Absorb, like obviously it'd still be used, but the fact that it gets to like heal off of Urshifu is just so insane. I think it could be fringe. Like you have to see which other mons you want to put in meta defining first, because we still obviously
Yeah,
like the
yeah. You probably put it in high impact for like top of high impact though
easily,
for
easily,
sure.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Akuma O is like very niche.
Very niche.
Yeah, I think
And it
like
had that one P2 balance team, if I remember correctly.
yeah. Okay, Rillaboom is very good. Whether or not it's
Meta
higher than
defining.
Lando, that's the
I don't think
question.
it's higher than Lando. Like a lot of these mons just kind of own Rilla, and you having to see like a lot of them go high horsepower just to deal with Bolt and like
Yeah.
Instant and stuff like that. But I mean, it's definitely no slouch. Like
Well, it's
it's
also
still
Bolt's
really
best
boom.
friend is what I think
Yeah,
makes it like really good. It make
yeah.
like when Bolt's healing 12% because of grassy terrain and lefties, like it's a very
So
annoying
absurd. I
Pokemon,
mean, like
right?
I remember watching the Vancouver finals between James and Brady, and Brady's Bolt was at like 2%, and then healed all the way back up to full by the end of the game. So it's just goes to show
Yeah.
how broken it is.
Corviknight is definitely niche. You can definitely cheese someone with Corviknight if you like play the game properly,
It
I
was on
think.
that one. It's on like a version of gouging I've seen before, and mirror armor is just good as an ability. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's
I guess we
definitely a
could put it
niche.
in the gouging fire area with like
Gouging fire
Sinistcha,
mons.
Zapdos, yeah. Okay, Urshifu Dark. I think it's high impact probably actually. It's like good. I think
I would put it above Smeargle. I think it's
yes,
definitely
yes.
risen up as the format has gone along. I think.
Yeah.
Um, the choice band set's really scary on hard trick room, to be honest, just because it's like you can min speed and do decoration
Hmm.
shenanigans. But um, yeah, I
Yeah.
think this obviously is really good.
I would agree. Yeah. Rapid Strike is absolutely meta defining. I
Easily
mean,
meta defining.
I probably put it above
I
like
think honestly, yeah, I think this is good. Like around the instant tier, people have
mhm.
experimented with more sets now recently. I've seen like a lot more Sash, Terra Stellar, like we saw in Rig G. A lot more Mystic as well with like weird
Yeah.
Terras like Fire, Poison, and Steel.
So many
And
teams
obviously
have it
Scarf.
too, right? Like I
Yeah, it's
mean,
just the bread and butter.
if you think about it, like it's Sash Urshi with Booster Flutter on the Lucas Harabelli team. You have it on balanced teams with like Scarf, like Mystic, like Sash, right? You also have it like on Torn Urshifu as well, right? There's just so many applications of Urshifu in the format that are just strong anyways. Like think about it like this, right? Like they added Wellspring, which is arguably one of the best like Urshifu checks in the game, and they have
Yeah.
Rillaboom and Raging Bolt, and it's still like
And
one
it's
of the highest
still
usage
just
mons.
so
Yeah,
insanely good.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
Like,
just
bro, it's
absurd.
Surging Strike. It literally will just Surging Strikes like a Rillaboom and Rain and do like 50%, bro. Like
Yeah,
that's
you
just
can just
like,
click surging into the
yeah,
resist and you're getting the KOs.
bro. You can even force a Wellspring to Terra with like Bleakwind and then just Surging Strikes it anyways, which is
Yeah.
hilarious. Um, Hatterene is definitely like niche. I mean, it's hard trick room, right? Like, I think
Yeah,
that's the main thing.
this is
It's
literally what the
it's on
niche
the
tier is
top of niche
for.
though, because it's like
It's respectable. You
it's
have to
hard trick
respect
room. Yeah,
it.
you have to respect it. Yeah. Espathra is definitely GC cheese for
Jizzy
sure.
cheese.
I think it's actually terrible this format, anyways. To be honest, like
Yeah,
Grim is like
grim.
niche. Grim is niche.
I put at the end of niche. Like
It's better
I don't know.
than okay.
Screens
It's
is
better in
just
T-Tar
really
Exca
awkward. Yeah, screens is just really awkward. This format. I
because
feel
I
like.
played screens and I went 9-3 with it in like that big online tournament. It doesn't
Mhm.
feel like terrible. It's just like the main problem is like you have to build it in a very specific way, right? Like if you have Iron Hands Grim, it's really nice because you could like fake out stall, get up both screens. But then the problem is like after, it's like if there's a
What
Lando
are
on
you
the
really
opposing team,
doing? Yeah.
exactly. It's like and if Lando's on the opposing team, then like you have to build your team around that, and then how do you like
Flare's kind
properly
of
flush
taken
it out?
over as the T-Wave mon as well.
Yeah, I would say like I would rather have a Grim than like up
Some of
to.
these mons. Yeah, sure.
I would rather have a Grim honestly up to like the Arch range just because it's like its own thing. You know what I mean? Like it is only screens, but like I don't really want to use Signature or Zap. I mean, maybe this personal bias as well, right? But I would rather use like Grimmsnarl over like a lot of these guys, right?
No, I agree.
So
I played you, and like if your team isn't set up like with the proper way to deal with like Grimmsnarl, it's definitely can be annoying and deal
yeah.
with.
Glamour is pretty solid, actually. I think it's really obnoxious. If you play
I
versus it,
agree.
because it like literally the way it's designed is it's so difficult for balance teams to not let it get spikes up, and then it also can meteor beam sludge bomb everything as well, which is super annoying. It has
Yeah,
earth
Spike and
power.
Shield is super annoying for a lot of teams to deal with. Like, and like you have the Dozo, you can run it on Dozo, and it's also on the Tailwind archetypes as well.
Yeah, I'd say it's probably below Torkoal just because
It's more proven
you.
than I think the other three mons on the
Yeah,
solid
I
tier.
would say so for sure. Indeedee is definitely high impact.
Definitely, I think it's
It
high
has to be high
impact.
impact because people like think about it like this, right?
It's on
Like,
the Crown team and Heart Trick Room, and yeah, it's sets
well, you
terrain.
have to also run Ice Spinner on POW on teams without terrain to literally make sure you don't lose to size spam, right? Like that's pretty high impact. You're always using a move or having some kind of check in mind to beat this kind of team, right? Like you literally
It's like
cannot ignore
yeah,
it.
DD sneaky underrated. I don't really think about it whenever I think like mons that are high impact in the format. But if you don't have like your matchups set up properly, it definitely can be an issue.
It also enables like a whole style of play, right? Like I think
Mm,
the fact it enables so many teams, like it enables Hard Trick Room, it enables like Iron Crown Expanding Force, right? Like it is literally the best support partner for that reason, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
I'll stand by this though. I shouldn't have gotten to keep Trick Room. That was a mistake.
I actually don't really mind that as Trick Room. I kind of like the niche that it has right now because I think like otherwise like it would still be good, but it wouldn't be as good. You know what I mean? And then like but maybe that's just me like being okay with broken stuff because I feel like
Yeah,
there's
I
like
guess.
there's so much like broken stuff anyways. It's like yeah, at this point like just if other stuff is
Why
broken, like why
not?
not? Yeah, GC cheese on Orthworm for
Orthworm, GC
sure. Yeah,
Cheese,
I'd say Indeedee
Indeedee
is also GC
Mayo.
cheese.
Yeah, GG Cheese.
Because you could do like some
Bolt.
random like Indeedee Sneasler stuff in like the GC.
Of
I feel like
course.
Poultice cheese. I think
I
you
think
could.
it's like very bottom end niche. I think you can make the argument of
Yeah,
like the Excadrill where you're just like it has a lot of things going for it,
coverage
but can
wise,
anyone
yeah,
like piece it together? I don't know, probably not.
yeah. Alecki is definitely niche as well. I think we're getting a lot of
Yeah,
good
yeah,
like
yeah.
niche guys because Alecki is like still freaking fast. It's
It's just the
very like
fastest mod in the format. I think if you
yeah.
like you could try to run it on a team that
I think
builds a
Alecki
max
Lando
dig.
could be intriguing actually. Like Alecki Lando
Kind of like yeah,
Wellspring.
NJ's team
Yeah,
from Rig G.
Worlds. Yeah. Um, Then we have Reggie Drago. I think Reggie Drago is like solid. I had this on the most overrated mons because I think there's a lot of counterplay to it, but you're forced to build your teams with this Pokemon in mind or just die to it, right? So I feel like it's definitely like I think it is more oppressive than like gouging
For
fire
sure.
because you have to build your teams around being able to beat it, right?
Yeah, I think it's like it's kind of like Crown where the conditions have to be right for it to be like truly good. Where there wasn't a lot of flutter at the end of Reg F, which was what made it so good on that Crown team. But since there's so much flutter now, I don't think it's as good.
Yeah, yeah. Blursa, it's probably solid. I'd say. I think it's like a good solid mon.
I think it's underrated. Like Nick's team was really good, and a lot of people haven't really tried to build similar stuff to that. And I think honestly, like Blood Moon, it's hard to not be good in any format.
Yeah, I think it's a good mon for sure. I'd say the main problem is it has competition with Landorus right now is the big thing for it.
That's true.
And it lost its like Calm Mind niche because Raging Bolt is obviously just
Raging Bull
better.
exists.
And then it lost like the Yawn niche because the format's too fast paced,
Hmm.
right? So it literally can only it's like kind of chained to just being life orb pretty much, right? Like it can't even run Assault Vest and like not take too
Yeah.
much damage. But I still think it's like good, right? Like you can definitely build around it just fine. I guess you could argue it should be a little bit higher than some of these. I don't think it's higher than Roaring Moon or Dragonite, even Torkoal
I think
maybe.
yeah, I think it's fine right there.
Yeah.
It's you have to definitely respect it somewhat.
Hisui Ursa's pretty good. I'd say it's high impact. You can build a lot of good teams around this mon. And also too, like the way you have to approach it in a match is like it's so intrusive to your plan, right? Like you can't like you basically have to be aware every turn, like, do I have enough turns of Trick Room to stall? Or like are there too many turns of Trick Room to stall? Where do I protect? Like mind games on Facade versus Headlong. The damage output it has is crazy. And also it did win EUIC, right? So
I
it's a good
think
mon.
Ursa kind of takes advantage of the fact that like this format's very wide and it's hard to have something that's good into everything. And Ursa kind of like I feel like just slots in where it's hard to have like just like such a good matchup into it.
Yeah, yeah, I would agree for sure. Basket Legion is like cheese, I'd say.
Cheese, yeah.
Steeler, it's like
Steeler,
I think it
it's
could
a
be
niche.
niche. I think it's niche. Yeah, it's like it's not bad. I'd probably
It
put it
already did
around.
well in like a
Yeah,
VR, I think already.
I put it around like Okie Dokie tier of niche. To be honest,
For
it's
sure.
funny because we have a bunch of fighting types lined up, just like random
Yeah.
fighting types. Um, Overquill's cheese for sure. You could
Hmm.
definitely make something scary with like gunk shot stuff, and then liquidation for Lando. You have like just some annoying stuff. Lando T is to me solid. I think it's good. It can earthquake. It's not as good as like the other Lando, but it has a niche on the Torn teams, and I think like it is a pretty annoying Pokemon to play versus if you don't have counterplay to it, right?
Yeah, no, I agree. It mainly has like the band set. I think like maybe you could try to run Clam in this format and it might be able to work
Hmm.
with like a Terra Blast, but it's asking a lot. I mean, it's just another like ground option for the format.
Yeah, and those are kind of limited, right? I mean, you
Hmm.
have like Lando, then you have Ursa, then you have other Ursa, and then you have other
Ursa,
Lando. That's actually really fun.
yeah.
Oh, Tinglu, I guess Tinglu as
Just
well, but
Tinglu
yeah. All right, Enamorous, this cheese for sure. You can
is
like do
cheese.
random cheese. Garg is pretty much
Garg, it's
cheese,
pretty cheese. Palmot's like I don't even know what should
cheesy.
be on here. It's cheese just because you can get a revive.
Yeah. It's basically just picking up the reboot card, bro. That's all he does.
Yeah.
Um, King Gambit is like, oh man,
I'd
like
say it's I think it's top of niche. Like it has that one singular team, like James's gouging team where if you're willing to put in the effort, I honestly think Gambit could is like somewhat decent, you know what I mean? And it has the Riley's team that a bunch of people are running at the end of Reg F. But
yeah.
besides that, it doesn't really do that much.
I think good Gambit players are pretty scary, but like bad Gambit players are like free, basically, is the thing, right?
I'd agree, I agree. Yeah.
Like if you play against a really good, because I used to main this archetype like crazy, and like the amount of like really messed up scenarios you could put people in with like sucker punch mind games with like POW was like really strong. But the problem is then you're also, you have to make a lot of reads. Basically, it's a very like read heavy
It's a
Pokemon,
read
I
heavy
think.
mon. It's like it's really easy to punish. I think right now specifically, there's a bunch of Icy Wind Flutter going around. I feel like it's really easy to punish someone just like clicking Icy Wind and you just swapping on the Gambit.
Yeah. Armor is just like niche. It's just Trick Room, right?
It's
But
only
it's like a
Trick
worse
Room.
Trick Roomer, so I think you put it next to Glade. Mousehold's like niche as well, I'd say. Like you get,
It's like niche to cheese. Like you see Mousehold Ape, and then you have to kind of have to
yeah,
guess
I'd
what
say
it
it's
is.
probably cheese because what makes it scary is like if you don't know the
The
set. Like if you
pop
know it's
bomb.
Pop Bomb, you don't really care. If you know it's like
Yeah,
the support set, it's still whatever, right? But I think if you don't know what it is in a GC, that's more annoying because you have to cover for both.
that's fair.
Oh, creamy is definitely cheese. This thing's
Yeah, it
ultra
has this
cheese.
one cheesy roll.
Hearthflame. I would put a Hearthflame below Ursh. A Would I put above? I'd probably put below
I honestly put
Lando.
it below Lando. It's like around the Rilla tier. I
I
think it's
think Rill
fallen
is
off. It's
actually
like
high.
taking a step back slightly.
I think it's still broken though. I think it's
It's still
a
really good.
really
It's still
good
really good.
mod.
But Hark is definitely in like the Herda and like recent teams that have come out have kind of been
Yeah,
better into like the Hearthflame balance teams.
I think the ordering of this makes sense because Raging Bolt is present on like both really meta teams. Instant is obviously just super spammed across the board. Urshifu is good on a bunch of teams. Landorus is specifically good. I guess like I would maybe make the argument for Rillaboom over Lando just because like it is so intrinsic to balance teams. Like you literally cannot have a balance team without Rillaboom, right? But I guess you can't really have a Wellspring team without Lando, really, I guess.
That's true. I
So
mean, like I think there's honestly a huge gap in like they're all meta defining, but like I think Rilla, not Rilla, Bolt, Instant, and Ursh are just like kind of
Like
far and
yeah,
away.
they're on
Those
a
are like the
different
top
level.
three mons of the format, and then
The last three are kind of arguable.
yeah,
Yeah.
but they're still like
Well,
super meta defining,
Hearthflame also
obviously.
has the size spam niches as well. It has SD.
As for SD focus energy, like follow me, it has the triple attacking with stomping that people are running at like the very end of the format.
Yeah, I think the stomping one's pretty cool actually. I like that one a lot.
Yeah,
Hands. Okay, so hands I actually think is solid. I just think people just don't use it that much.
I agree. People don't give it credit. The mod is still really bulky, obviously, and if you let it stay on the field clicking Drain Punch, it will easily just like stay on the field forever.
Even the clam close combat set that Nick was running right to get second of the regional, like you can
Very
still
oppressive,
use that.
yeah.
Yeah. So Dundozo Tatsu, I actually think Dundozo Tatsu are really underrated in this format. I'd put them in high impact. I think you need a Dundozo Tatsu plan.
Dondozo and Side Spam are always those archetypes where if you always have to respect them as annoying as they are, and if you like drop that respect, then you'll see them top cut an event.
Yep. I think they're pretty good. I like Dundozo and Tatsu a lot.
I'd
I think
agree.
they get even better in like a situation like the GC, but yeah, I think they're very good.
It also
Um,
additionally has like a few more sets I think it's been ran on now,
Team
mainly the
Ludozo,
gouging stuff.
yeah. Annihilate, it's niche, I'd say. You get like a
Niche
random
to cheese.
Scarfer.
You have
Yeah,
like
niche
the
cheese,
Gambit
yeah.
set, and that's about it.
Yeah. I think that's like fine. Yeah, pretty much. Um, then we have Baxcalibur, cheese, maybe. Kind of not, but cheese, I guess.
It's just okay. It's just okay. Like there's a lot of other mons that are just better to run.
Yeah. Fur Giraffe I think is really good. I actually would probably put Fur Giraffe really high.
I
Um,
agree. It's definitely meta defining.
like I think it's very good because it's just so good into some of the top mons. Like Taunt Torn can't stop it. You have Fake Out from both Rilla and Instant that just gets straight blocked. You can block Thunderclaps if you have Terra Fairy. You just straight
Priority is
wall the
just
bolt.
so important to the format that Forage is just so good.
Yeah, Forage is another like fringe Ursaluna partner as well that can be really annoying to deal with, right? So, or both Ursalunas really actually. I'd probably put it like I think it is around the Amoonguss area because if you don't have respect for Amoonguss or for a giraffe, you're probably gonna get smoked, right?
That's true.
Um,
And the hyper voice sets like with a
are
throat spray
good,
are
yeah,
also annoying if you can't take it out in time.
yeah. Like Fur Draft doesn't really enable a whole style of archetype, but it's a really good mon that you can play on a lot of archetypes, I guess, right?
I'd
So,
agree. Yeah.
okay, we have Great Tusk. I mean, Great Tusk did well in a VR, but it's definitely niche. Like, it's
It's
just
niche,
Sun.
it's
It's
niche.
just Sun. Yeah. Scream. Okay, actually, I'm shocked that
I
we haven't
really
seen
like
this
this
played.
mod.
I am shocked that we haven't seen this get played more. To be honest,
I
it is
think it
very good.
has one result in Orlando. Honestly, I think it's just so good. There's so many like choice scarf specs mons in the format and banned as well that disable and encore are really oppressive, obviously. And then you could honestly run Howl if you really felt like it. You could run Howl on this as well.
Yeah, like surely it can't be bad. You know what I mean? Like, I think it has to be around like this area of like underexplored, like cheeser
Annoying
mons.
stuff. Yeah,
Yeah, like yeah. Brute Bonnet is like cheese for sure in the GC. Like this is just
definitely
something you see in the
cheese,
GC. You'd
especially
be
in
like,
this
bruh.
format.
Yeah. Oh, Flutter. Okay, Flutter is meta defining for sure
I'd agree.
because Booster and
I
Specs
think
is
it's
an
slots in between these two.
yeah. Because well, Flutter enables like a whole style of archetype, right? So
It has so many like options as well. Like you can run like obviously the speed booster and the specs, but I think the special attack booster is a bit underrated right now.
yeah, yeah, I would agree. It's probably bridges the gap between where Landorus and Urshifu are, right? Like I think Flutter is really good though. It fits on so many teams for sure. It's a good mon, really. Um,
Definitely.
Bundle this thing. I know Kinugawa won with this man, but I think this thing's still low key kind of fraudulent. Like I don't.
It's
Yeah,
it's super niche.
I'd say like I would probably at least like because I mean honestly, even though it won that sack tournament, man, I'd be Larry fine just putting it on the bottom of niche. I think this thing sucks. Like,
I think it's
but
around like the Aleki Thundy
yeah, because
tier.
it's just fast, right? Treads is terrible. I'd say.
I'd put it in GCG's or niche. Like
That's
steel
true.
types
Yeah,
are
yeah,
like
sure.
a premium in this format. Like there's only Tango and like King Gambit,
Sandy Shocks is
And
gone, by the way. I'm putting it
yeah,
next to
Shandy Socks,
Spathra.
that you can get rid of. Same thing with Jugs and Iron
No,
Moth, to
No,
be honest.
Jugs actually had some performances. We'll drop Moth down here. Moth is terrible.
Yeah,
Jugs actually had some performances with the Blursa Wellspring Ensign stuff, if you
that's true.
remember. And I think for that reason you could dump it in like niche, but in the successful range of niche where it's like done something. You know what I mean? So
For
I
sure.
think like that's fine. But yeah, I mean that's like pretty much it. I mean I think we covered all the main mons. I guess this is our opportunity to reorganize. I think our top 7 are pretty reasonable. Like you see them on like a ton of teams. I mean, you could literally make like a team out of the top 7, right? You
Yeah.
could just like do that. Even
I
if
mean
you
that
just
literally is a team. Yeah, just like 6 out of the top 7, you can just slot in and out, and then you have like 5 variations of teams basically.
yeah. I mean, if you use the top 2 tiers, I mean, you probably make like majority of the good teams in this format actually, right? Like I think it covers like your
Mm.
bases on everything because like for example, the best like Harkonine team, right? Flutter, Arcanine, Ogerpon Wellspring, Landorus, right? And then you have Dark Ursh, and then you have what was the last? Oh, Raging Bolt, of course,
Raging Bolt. Yeah, of
right? And then
course.
you have like Balance. You just like you can make so many teams out of the top
Yeah, for sure.
two, you know. So it's pretty obnoxious. But yeah, I think overall, like in the end, right, with this format, what's going to be really a key of how it develops going forward is how people respond to like the booster flutter stuff picking up, and then also to whether Raging Bolt Balance maintains its like really heavy dominance. I think, right.
Hmm.
I think it's weird because like you would expect it to be winning more, but like then when you're like, oh, it's not winning as much as I think it would, it's still then it like wins a tournament randomly, right?
I think it's like it's in that range where like CSR and then it was in Reg G and Llama was a guy where it's just so polarizing in the meta that everyone is so hyper aware on it, and then people figure out like a different way to run it, and then it will win an event because of that, and then people start countering that, and then you got to figure another way to run it, and then win with that.
Hmm. Yeah, I would agree with that for sure. But yeah, well, guys, thank you for tuning in. We hit a clean hour on this, so I think that's actually one of our faster tier list videos. We actually got through things pretty reasonably quick, but you know, obviously, thank you to Keen as well for tapping in for the video. I appreciate it. We'll have his channel link down below and everything, so you guys can check him out as well. But yeah, I mean, any last shout outs or anything, or any takes, I guess, before we wrap up?
Any takes? I mean, honestly, I'm just excited to see what people play at Toronto. I think a lot of people are kind of just ready to see the regionals happen. That way, a lot of less online metagating happens. But besides that, thank you, Joe, for having me. You can catch me on Twitter at slushy2k, or I'm sure Joe will link the YouTube same at there as well. But yeah, thanks for having me.
All right, guys, catch you later. See you in the next video. Peace.